What's up, everybody? We're going to take you through a quick tour of what you can expect when you come into the gym this week and what we're going to be implementing for the rest of who knows how long, with everything going around with COVID, trying to keep you guys safe, as we've mentioned in a lot of our communication and emails. And there's just a new design and a new layout to the way that the gym will be. And I know upon first glance, it might seem confusing. You might be taken back from it in a positive or a negative way, but it's just to make sure that we are all being safe. We're all still able to do the workouts that we want to do and keep the gym open, barring anything out of our control, obviously. So, with no further ado, the reason I'm wearing a mask is because this is exactly what you will be seeing from our coaches when you walk in. Coaches will be wearing a mask now. When you first come through the door, you're obviously still to have your mask on. Nothing has changed. Please hand sanitize, go to the bathroom, wash your hands, either one of those. And then basically as you come in, which will only be 5 minutes or less before your class, you are to stay right here in the lobby area. Anywhere here, there, out in your car, anything that you need to do, because there will be no space now out on the floor for you to just linger around, talk, get closer than 6 feet, those kinds of things. So please come this way, and you'll basically kind of see what the rundown is. Again, as soon as you enter in, you're going to already see some tape. So as you can see, there's not a lot of space for people to maneuver around. I think the first thing that needs to be said is that although our boxes are connected together, it does not mean that you can't go through a box. Basically, once a class is started and you're in your box, you're not really leaving your box. So it's kind of like it doesn't really matter until the clock starts type of mentality. So we still have the cubbies for you guys. If you guys need to put stuff away, we obviously have a little bit of walking room right here. Feel free to come in and out and do that kind of stuff before class if you absolutely need to. But basically from here, the coach for that class will come and get you and everybody who's waiting for that class. And it will be a very single file line type of maneuvering. We will have a forehead thermometer where we will check your temp. Once your temp is checked, if you haven't already put your stuff, please go put it away. But basically then you will be coming out to your box. And once you enter into your box, then it is okay to remove your mask. You'll keep your mask with you in your box. So moving on, kind of going through the layout of what we have here. I'll kind of get a little bit further away, but basically what you're going to see is everything on that side of us, including this box right here, that is outlined in white, is a class box, meaning whatever the workout of the day is, whatever class you signed up for, that's what those boxes are for. We have a total of 18. Now, we're still keeping our class size at 16, but basically what you will see is that there are certain scenarios to where, you know, if you're a person who needs a training bar, for example, or a box that's shorter, we have 2 boxes with a training bar in them, with the shorter boxes in them. You can use those boxes. Aside from that, the other 16 are all completely uniform. 9 male bars, 9 female bars. 8 male bars, 8 female bars. Each has a PVC pipe. You'll have your collars, you'll have cleaning supplies. We will be using whiteboards and markers, but if you do not feel safe, please remember to bring your own writing utensils, your own notepad to take notes or to write down the workout of the day. You also have your box. We have a total of 9 rowers, 3 C2s, 3 ski ergs, and 3 air assault bikes. The way that our design will be for programming is we will not be specifically programming a rower or a bike workout. We'll be programming a distance workout or a calorie workout. So that way it's up to you to hold yourself accountable to, if you've already used a rower that week, go use a C2 bike. If you've already used a C2 bike, use a ski, use an air assault bike. Make sure that you as the athlete are making sure that you're changing those things out. If you want to continue to come this way, basically the way that programming is going to be is not everything's completely finished yet, but basically we will have everything stripped away from the walls to a certain capacity, because we are going to be allowing people to do wall ball shots on the outside squares, as well as doing handstand push-ups against the wall on the outside squares. We obviously don't have enough room over there, first of all, on the mats given, but we don't want people trudging through other people's boxes and squares as a workout's going on. Once you're in your square, we want you to feel safe. We want you to not invade somebody else's space. and we want to make sure that everyone's still able to do the exercises and the workouts that are designed and programmed for them. So the outside squares will be for wall balls and handstand push-ups, and you don't see them now, but we will actually put a purple piece of tape outlining the white piece of tape for the specific boxes that are meant for handstand push-ups. If you don't see a box with a purple line on it, then that's going to be assumed that you're choosing that box because you're modifying your handstand push-ups. So inner boxes for the most part would be modified box handstand or modified handstand push-up squares, as well as you'll be using the targets for your wall balls. Now on the flip side, when we use the rig for gymnastics still, which I meant to grab some, but we actually got some really cool liquid chalk that is to it kills off COVID. So actually before your class, once you've taken your mask off, you'll then put that chalk on for the duration of the class, and you'll be able to go use the rig. Then we don't have to clean off the rig and clean off that stuff, but you can use that chalk and it already kills. It's almost like a sanitization device. So inner squares, which are 10 of them, they will be used for RXing the rig, meaning muscle ups, toes to bar, pull-ups, ring dips, any of those kinds of things. The outer squares, so the outer 8, 4 over there, 4 over here, they'll be used for modifying any gymnastics that we might be doing if it's on the rig only. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Obviously, I'm going to be briefing my coaches over all of this, and this can be explained to you in your class as well. Aside from PVC pipes, barbells, boxes, rowers, or machines, obviously we can't get everything out for everybody, so that still leaves us D-balls, slam balls, wall balls, kettlebells, dumbbells. What we're going to do with those is obviously the wall balls, slam balls, some of the kettlebells over there will stay the same. We are going to put the heavy kettlebells, D-balls, dumbbells back very organized on the turf, because the turf will no longer be used from an athlete standpoint. And basically what we will do is you'll be instructed in 2s or maybe 4s at the very most to go get your equipment, come back, then we'll send the next group of people out to go do those things. And basically, again, that storage unit will not be there because that'll open up a nice big piece of space for wall balls and handstand push-ups to be done. So with that said, I hope that everybody truly can feel safe when it comes to specifically a class environment. That does leave us still with an open gym setting, not only for the development athlete people, but for people who want to continue along their fitness journey in a different way, get a little extra work in, or specifically we will not be doing any more strength from the rig. So what this will no longer include specifically is really just the back squat. We will be doing some front squatting, but it'll be coming from the floor, so if you want to get heavier than that, that might be another movement that you still want to go do. But any shoulder to overhead movement, overhead squat, stuff like that, a lot of those things can be taken from the ground, and if you want to take your own free time to do that, you can sign up for Open Gym, and we still have that opportunity for you. So we'll kind of go this way with that now. As you can see, it'll be a lot more clear if it's not clear in this video already, but the open gym spaces are now silver taped lines. So basically we have 8 total open gym spaces. 2 of them have GHGs in them, and that's it. 2 others have GHGs. This one will actually have an assault bike in it eventually. That one has a C2 bike. And then we have a rower and a skier right here all by themselves. So lots of things that people can still do in open gym, but obviously the biggest thing is an ability to still be able to take things from a rack if that's what you choose. So we have 2 different yoke areas. We have pairs of every single plate for you. We have benches for you, so if you want to bench press. There's really no reason to feel like you can't get in what you still want to get in from an athlete standpoint, even if you don't feel like it's being programmed out there, which I can definitely assure you, other than literally maybe 3 things: rope climbs, back squats, heavy, and handstand walks. For the most part, everything's going to be programmed still that we normally do. So I don't think anybody needs to feel like they can't do the things that they want to do safely and here at M4G. If there are any questions, you can always just reach out to us, but I do think that you'll get a lot of your questions answered as well when you show up to classes. It's more or less coming in and understanding exactly what's expected of you. When you leave, here's the great thing about this. With all these squares, with cleaning supplies, it's easier to clean, it's easier to get in and out. And the thing is that you can't leave your square messy now, right? Everyone's kind of holding each other accountable almost in a way with this. And to leave your square, you need to make sure everything's clean. Make sure you put that face mask back on when you're about to leave, and then no lingering around. Once you're done, you're done. Go get your stuff from your cubby, and out the door you go. So hope everyone's excited to come back this week, and if you don't, we completely understand. Nobody's blaming anybody, nobody's pointing fingers, but we just want to be able to provide the best possible service for all of you guys and be as efficient as possible, get our family back together, and get back to fitnessing. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to this as well, and we'll see you guys later this week.